Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video, we'll be going through the GWS versus Gold Coast draw that happened to end round 3, which will mean that we're finally caught up with all of the recap videos in what was a pretty weird game in general. GWS lost, I think, 3 goals very, very early into the piece with, I think it was McCormack, Barr, and Peace that made of been injured very, very early, so a lot of their girls had to play increased time on ground, change of roles, etc. And so some of them had really, really good games just because of that. And they pretty much would have won if it wasn't for a goal after the siren for for Gold Coast. I think even GWS kicked a goal with about 30-45 seconds to go, and they somehow went down the other end and conceded to. Let me just bring up the game here. And the timeline to see what happened in it. Stanton kicked a goal after the siren. Let me just check full timeline. So Stanton kicked a goal with 20 minutes and 7 seconds, and Charlie Goldsworthy kicked a goal with 17:05. So there was 3-minute gap there, but it wasn't too much of time left on the game. And so GWS has a double heartbreak in the game itself. McCormack, Pease, and Barr were the 3 that went down. So it wasn't actually, it was those 3 that went down. But anyway, let's just jump into this game and you'll see what I mean with it. Beeson, a 118. She had 23 touches and 11 tackles. Absolutely huge from her. And the only one that really scored anything of substance for GWS. Well, I mean, Sir Hoy is one that I've been really surprised about. I feel like she would be the best rookie. I mean, Goering as well. Those 2, when they've gotten time on ground, have really shown that they can absolutely match it with the almost top of the line girls. 76 from her on 81% time on ground. What I mean by that, if you just go to here, you'll see a lot of her games are 60% togs. If we just go here, you'll see 81 and a 65, 52, 53, and then an 81 for a 76. So she's averaged 65, which is a really, really good average on 71% tog. I think if she gets that up to 80% tog, that's more adjusted to probably about 73, 74, and that's absolutely huge for a rookie, especially I think a younger, first year rookie. Tiny Evans 75, Zarika 68, and then you have O'Dowd 68. I just want to check O'Dowd's stats just to see how did she go across the split of the game, because she was playing against Laura Bell, which is an absolute tough ruckman to go against. She went 15, 25, 16, and then 12 in the last is a little bit annoying. 12 in the last, how many hitouts in the last quarter did she have? She did have 4 hitouts in the last quarter. How many free kicks did she give away in the game? She gave away 2, and including 1 in the last quarter. So it was a little bit annoying that she scored a 68. I think she probably could have scored a little bit more than that, of 16 touches and 14 hitouts. But in the end, a 68 from her, she, I think, still beat out Edmund, as well as the fact that Edmund only went, I think, 58 or something like that in her first game of this double round. Let me just double check that. I don't think she went terribly well, did Edmund. Edmund went 53. So there is an absolute wild chance that Edmonds gets outscored by O'Dowd in one game when Edmonds has 2. There is a wild chance if Edmund goes and scores like a 40, a 30 or so, that O'Dowd can match that. But there's also a wild chance to say that Hartle is going to outscore Edmonds. So I think the choice of dropping Edmonds is massively justified with the last couple of weeks, especially if there is a massive chance that Mimi Strom can outscore her in one game. A massive, massive chance. I would rate it 50-50 at this point that she can break that, that she can bridge a 50-point gap in one game. So yeah, I think that O'Dowd, putting her on field is massive. She gained a lot of cash. I don't know what she's currently at. I think she's at like 740, something like that. She'll get up into the 800s, I would expect. I know that her cash gen's probably going to stop a lot more now that she's got 3 games into her system. Parker 63, Goldsworthy 61 on 100% tog. Probably just shows that it's a little bit iffy for her and Parker. They're not 100% confirmed scorers like you get Marinoff, you get Rowbottom, etc. Those girls that are going to go big. And probably gives a little bit of, sheds a little bit of blame off those that went on Monconti as well. Because I think Goldsworthy might still be outscoring her, but I don't think it's by too much if she is. 88, I think Monconti's around that marker as well. So, I mean, you would have paid a little bit more for them, but it's not a bigger difference. And Monconti also had 20% less Tolg because Sydney were horrific. Smith, Randall, Greason, Garnett, Eva, Brasendale, Gaffney, Miller. Pauga with the 33 was a little bit disappointing. I did look at her splits, I'm pretty sure, and saw that they weren't the greatest. I think she didn't have the greatest last quarter. So, yeah, let me just quickly look at it here. Pauga went 14, 19, 0, 0. So, Pauga went 0 points in the second half, which is really bloody annoying that she did that. She did nothing in the second half, which would almost entail maybe potentially an injury, but 79% Tolg, she didn't get injured. So, that's the real annoying thing with Pauga, is that it seems like she just gets faded out for a half. So yeah, when you saw 33 at halftime, you probably would have hoped somewhere in the 50s here, which would have been perfect. 33 though, I think she can build on that, and she is on my bench, so I think this week, so it shouldn't be too bad. Ransom, Doyle, Pease, Barr, and McCormack. Then we go to Gold Coast, and you get Rowbottom, 42 touches for a 133. A little bit disappointing, given that she had high tackle numbers. Just 6 free kicks against. She is a high free kick against player, and those 6 free kicks, if you turn them to 3 or 2, then that turns into a 140. Lucy Single, 85, but not good enough for a midfielder to be fancy relevant. Whitfield, 71. Bella, 65. Darcy Davey, 57. Daisy Darcy, a 56. A little bit disappointing that she sort of matched Webster over the last couple of weeks. I think she beat Webster out by maybe 5 points, 6 points or something across the 2 weeks. So in the end, it was a pretty even trade across 2 weeks. Moya, 46. She continues to put up decent enough scores on 52% Tolg, which is really surprising. Clayton, Bersha, Bahana, Randall, Membry, Dupoy, who was it that kicked? Was it, 1 second here, was it Stanton that we said kicked the late goal to send the game into a draw? Membry, Dupoy, Kevitt with a 31. She brought down to earth, I think, a little bit as she was scoring, I think, in the 40s. Stanton, McLaughlin, McCormack, Barwell, and that's not McCormack, that's McConville. Barwick, Gervin, Wilson, and then Fitzpatrick. That pretty much is the review of the drawn game between GWS and Gold Coast. If you do enjoy my videos, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload. And you can also watch all the other AFLW fantasy content as well as the AFLW tipping with the playlist that is on screen at the moment. But anyway, that's the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.